In this video, we will look at how to use the VLookup function to combine values from two spreadsheets.
We imported two data sets at the beginning, a student data set and a scores data set. The student data set contains demographic information about the student, such as their sex, date of birth, and which group they're in. The scores data set contains their student ID and their score on a particular assessment. One of the things that we might need to do sometimes is create one data set that contains both the student's demographic information and their scores on a particular test. We can use the VLookup command to do this. VLookup takes a value in one data set, such as the student ID, and looks it up in a second data set and then returns the value we specify. So we're going to go back to our student data set and we're going to add the score in column F. We do this by using VLookup, =, VLookup, left parenthesis, the value in this data set that we want to use to match the value in the other set, in this case the student ID, a comma, then we go over to the scores data set and we select both the student ID and the score. Press comma again. The column that we want it to return in the student tab, in this case this is column 1 and the scores in column 2, so we would return column 2 and comma, do we want it to return only if the value of the student ID is an exact match or an approximate match? And we want it to return only if it's an exact match, and the value for that is 0, which means exact. 1 is true, and then a left parenthesis. Now there's one other thing we need to do that Excel does not do for you. The range of values on the scores tab are from A2 to B10. We need to put dollar signs in front of the letters and the numbers in this range. So we need to turn A2 : B10 into $A, $2, $B, $10. This will cause Excel to always use only these cells when doing a match in the VLookup function. And we press enter. And VLookup returns a value of a score of 4.5 for this student, which corresponds to the value in the scores tab. Now we can highlight this, double click the box in the bottom right corner, and it will return the scores for all the students in our data set. Again, with a small number of students such as this is maybe not the best or easiest way to go about this. It might have been easier just to simply type them in, or to sort both data sets on the student ID and just copy and paste them into here. But in a larger data set, that may not be practical, and VLookup is a very nice function in those kind of cases.